So hello and welcome back to the channel. Walk Cook Walk. We're going out on a little walk around Highfields Park. Weather's set to be pretty bad. There won't be a live for this video because I unfortunately forgot my other phone, which is what I record the time lapses on at the back of as the live's going off, just so that everybody who joins the live, obviously they can see what's going on during the live, but then the people who don't watch the live can then go back and watch most of it all done again, but with a bit of a time lapse for the parts of the live that they missed. Now, I don't know how long my microphone's going to last. I've got it tucked in down here. Hopefully it's picking me up. If not, we're going to have a mute video. I don't know how long it's going to last in the rain either. And yeah, it's pretty bogging. I mean, I was here yesterday, literally like coming to scout a couple of places out, have a quick look. Haven't got my gimbal today, so the video is going to be shaky. I do apologize, but I'm not willing to let it get broken for the sake of a video. We're going to be using a storm stove in a storm. Now, to be honest, it's windy, it's raining, it's not that bad. They issued a yellow weather warning, but it ain't that bad, to be honest. I am, however, going to get wet. I've got my tarp with me. Now, setting up the tarp is what the problem is going to be. The problem is going to be is it's bloody blue, as I've said before. I'm going to stick out like a sore thumb. Can't imagine many people are going to be coming for a walk around Highfields today, which is kind of a blessing at the same time. So we'll go and we'll see what we can't do. Today I'm cooking Piri Piri chicken and rice. I've put together the Piri Piri recipe myself. I did, however, Google what is in a Piri Piri seasoning, and the list of things came up. And yeah, there was, you know, just give me the list and I just slapped together what I thought was right in quantities, and we'll go from there. No fishing, not allowed. So I wanted to have a quick look in here because I rode past it yesterday. It does look like there's a lot of old trees. I can see some silver birch on the floor here. The wind could be a possible problem, but to be honest, if you look up there, there's not really any flipping widowmakers, or is there? There's a couple of branches, but nothing that's really going to cause us a major problem if we do set up here. There's plenty of trees to tie to. Option one. Now I know where I want to go. I want to go further up near the end where there's a bit of like a water feature. Oh my gosh, look. There we go. Bloody rain. Yeah, where there's a bit of a water feature, like a stepping stones and some kind of waterfall, which, and this is actually the Nottingham University campus as well. There's a massive building up there. I'll tell you what, let's take a walk through the courtyard and then drop back down to here, because it'd be cool to show you the courtyard actually, and a bit more video of the actual building. People might like, if you're into your architecture. I'm not really into architecture as a thing, but I do admire some old buildings and the craftsmanship that went into carving all the stone and stuff. Whew. Could have come up an easier way than this sodding hill though. Oh gosh. It is a university campus, so there is quite a few people about. Friday afternoon. But yeah, you know, we've got waterproofs. Should be all right for the most part. Actually, I'm going the wrong sodding way. I need to go over there. Down there is where the courtyard is. Better get back on the pavement, or I'm going to get mowed down by some cyclists coming up. just like that. Meow. As you can see, it's a very large building. It's really cool as well. Extends down the back there and continues to another couple of areas over here. Clock tower on the go. That dings every hour and every half hour, I think. But we're going to head into that little archway you can see there. I'll bring you back when we're there. Not sure what that says there. Somebody will be able to tell me what that means. Pretty sure. But yeah, really nice little courtyard. It's like a 360-degree courtyard. It's pretty sweet. I'm not going in because I'm not a student here, so I might very well get into trouble if I start trying to enter the building. But yeah, really, really nice. You're able to walk through. But there's no cycling through, so if you're coming through on a bike, make sure you dismount. I mean, just look at that though. Just imagine how long it took somebody to carve that stone. You don't get buildings like that anymore. I'm going to stealthily cook some food on the grounds. Or as stealthily as possible with a blue tarp. Now on a summer's day, right up there, they have like a little dock where you can get boats, a little bit of a boating lake, and then you can come down around here. It goes under 2 bridges over the other side, which I'll show you in a sec. And it takes you over to the part where I'm potentially going to be cooking. Soggy, to say the least. You can ride around here, you know, it's nice in the summer. Obviously, yesterday was really, really good weather in comparison, but it's just how it goes in England, isn't it? You know, we are in autumn. You just gotta do what you gotta do. And here we have the yew tree, most poisonous tree in the UK. Don't eat the berries. Don't eat any of the plant. Now I heard once that you can eat the berries, but I would not want to be the one that puts that to the test. No, no, no. Okay, so nearly walked past it. Here is a bit that's fenced off, right? Now at the back of there, they've got a bit of a sandstone ridge. As with a lot of Nottingham, we get this sandstone ridge that comes through a lot of the areas. And in there, there's an old cave. It doesn't go that far in, but it's all fenced off now, you can't get to it. Now this gives you an idea of what it looked like. It's a lot deeper than this, it's probably about 3 times deeper than this one that I'm about to show you. But again, it's all got fenced off many, many years ago because of people lighting fires in there and stuff like that. But that would be an absolute cozy place right now, out of the rain. But we have no such luck. Oh. I mean, it's only in the last, maybe 20 years that they've put those up. I mean, you do get some people climbing up these as well. There's signs saying don't climb them. Look, danger. Not. I mean, there's a tree literally hanging on to the sandstone. A couple of them. Oaks by the look of it. Big ass oaks. Now this is a red tree. Now is that a red cedar? Or, I'm not sure, maybe one of American or Canadian people might know. It looks pretty cool, man. Never noticed that before. Normally I'm like riding through and getting through quite quickly. I mean, it's really big. It kind of looks like a conifer or a pine. Seems to have some sort of pine needles. Can't see any on the ground though. Well, pretty impressive. It's huge. Oh, yeah, you're right. A little bit damp, but still going. The dogs don't care, do they? So I saw some people sat over here yesterday, and I wanted to come check whether it's a suitable place to set up by the lake. It looks like I could do it. Those two trees look nice and close together there. I meant to bring some birdseed down with me to feed them, to be honest, but I totally forgot in the rush of trying to get out. Is this any better? No, I don't think it is. I mean, I could attach it there and there, but that tree's sort of in the way. These two could very well be too far apart. No, I think we'll make that. But there's not really a good place in between to cook, which is the problem. Sorry, you just had a load of beard then. Wasn't paying attention to the screen. See, I like this area and the wind is going that way. So it would make sense to set up here facing out that way. But you know what, we'll carry on walking and we'll see what we may see. There's another spot up there that I did want to check out. I want to stay as far away from the main road as possible because of the amount of noise that it makes. With obviously the microphone, it should be muffling that, but whether it does or not, I'm sure we'll find out later on when I check the footage. In fact, I should probably check it now, thinking about it, make sure it's still bloody working. It's got a bit damp. And the water level there's rose quite a bit since yesterday. Now I cut off over to that side and crossed over that little bridge there and then rode the other side of this brook, but it was absolutely bogging further down. So I'm actually glad I was on the bike. Flipping hands are cold now. There's a tree here somewhere that once the kids have always remembered it. They said, "Dad, can you remember when we fed that squirrel that digestive biscuit?" There was a squirrel there, and I think it was this bench here, so it must have been one of these trees here. Was eating some digestive biscuits. God, years ago now, years and years ago. And yeah, there was this squirrel just looking at it. I was like, yeah, I'll have some of that. Threw it down, squirrel was straight on it. Up the tree, sat there munching away, happy as Larry. Chocolate digestive, probably not the best thing for a squirrel, but you know. So don't drop your phone in whilst trying to take a selfie. Concentrate on what you're doing. And I'm pretty sure that's the same, one of those cormorants was there yesterday with his wings out, fanning. But yeah, that's the waterfall. Yeah. So we're literally going to go up there now, hop over the little hobbit fence, which stops the hobbits coming in. Okay, so this is where I wanted to go. This would be my prime location if I can make it work. If not, we'll probably head back over to the other place that had the lake view. Now, can I set up these tarps so that these are high enough? Because I want this in the background. And I will work hard for what I want. I'm going to need to set it up high on here. And probably low on here. but the wind's coming that way, so that's not ideal, is it? Because I'm just going to get blasted from the front, even if I set it up in a triangle. Oh, I'm a bit gutted, guys, I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit gutted. I really wanted to set up here. Let's have a look down here, because I'm not going to set it up just so I can get the thing in the background without it being suitable for the shots, you know. The lady's back with her doggos. See, if there was something here, I could attach another part over there, but there is not, so we're a bit stuck really as to setting up here. But such is life. I mean, here I could probably do something, but I'm right near the path and I don't want to be. Unfortunately, it was not meant to be there today. We shall come back though, and when we do, we'll give it another go. Hello, Mr. Moorhen. Master swimmers. Plop. Like water off a duck's back. They're not bothered, are they? They live this life. It's us that are nesh and hide indoors. I mean, don't get me wrong, my hands are cold and wet, but I'm still having fun. Still having fun. Oh, there goes the bell tower. So obviously this is my first year with this channel, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it so far. Hello to all new subscribers. I always forget to say that. So yeah, hello to everyone who's newly subscribed, and hello to everyone who's been subscribed for quite a while. Got a couple of people, Ray Finkel and Mutant, they're the OG crew. They're actually members of my, or subscribers to my homebrew channel as well, which is called Fermented World. If you want to learn how to brew your own mead, cider, beer, wine, you name it, I've got videos on there that will show you how to do it from start to finish. Easy to digest videos, and it's a lot simpler than you think. Yeah, go check that out. It's called Fermented World. I'll drop a little green doofer down here somewhere, and if you want to go check that out, you can. Someone's got a tent there, look. Over here. Happy campers. Kind of tucked in out the way, but that's blue as well, so you know, they're kind of visible now. All the things have kind of, leaves and that have died away, which is the problem that I had, or have as well. I'm wondering whether we can get up on that ridge. Probably can, but I'm not going to go over a large fence. Like that small fence that I climbed over, it was literally up to my crotch. But I think this is going to be us because of the wind direction. It's a bit exposed, people will be able to see me, but I don't care. Maybe that'll keep them away. What is that ginger man doing? Yeah, I think we're going to go between those two trees there. I mean, people can see me from the path, but I'm not bothered about that. Oh, we got a, is it a grebe? Oh, it's gone. Literally, I was like, oh look, a grebe, and then it's like just bombed under the water. Whether it's a defense thing or whether he's actually fishing, not sure. He'll pop back up in a minute, but he'll be in a different, there he is, look. Sure, it's a grebe. Beautiful. Water just looks like silver, doesn't it? Or mercury almost. Anyway, let's get this tarp set up and let's get some food cooked. I think I'm going there and there. And hopefully, if I go there and there, with the emphasis on most of it being over here, I might very well be able to sit in this little gap here, or this little noggin here. Right, anywho, I'm going to set this up. I'm going to do a time lapse of me setting it up. Again, sorry for anyone who was expecting a live. Again, like I say, I forgot the other bloody phone, and there's not a lot I can do, because otherwise other people watching the main video, they'd miss out on all the footage. But yeah, a little bit annoyed that I didn't, that I forgot something again. Always do. Always forget something. Hopefully I've not forgotten anything else. But let's have a look. Let's see what we have forgotten. Let's get set up. Okay, it took some time and I got prickled in the arse, but I've sort of made a bit of a shelter. Now, why is it on this stupid setting? It's on some cinematic thing, man. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's dropped down at the back to stop the wind. I'll get my bag under the shelter soon. And I've used a stick and my other tripod, which I don't have to use today because I haven't got the other bloody camera or phone. And yeah, pretty cushy. Now let's see if we can get a view of the lake as well as me cooking. Get my little seat sorted out, which is probably going to break on me, which will be fun for you guys, I'm sure. It is on its way out. It's look, it's like all threadbare. It's ripped there. It's ripped there. It's going. Oh, I can see my finger through it. Look. Yeah, that's no good, is it? Might end up sat on my arse anyway. But I need that facing that way. And that like that. Can I fit myself in? No. I need to find a really long stick. I'll be back. So I've had to abandon the shelter for now. Oh, hello, Mr. Squirrel. What's popping, lad? Do you know if there's any sticks? The jogger's just walked past me and looking at me like I was absolutely crazy talking to a squirrel. Imagine what he'd have thought if the squirrel talked back. Oh, here we go. Got some bangers. Some absolute bangers. I'm going to take both so I don't have to come back. But we've got some bangers, mate. All right, let's see if these are a viable upgrade. Right, I think I've cracked it. So we've got one larger stick and I've dropped down the side that's got the doofer on there, simply because I want it to drain off. The back's still looking good. It's nice and taut. Could probably be taut more, but it's working at the moment, so I'm happy. If anything else happens, that's when we're going to stop and reassess the situation. So let's get set up and hopefully find a good position that you can see the rainy lake. I mean, it'd be better to look at if it was actually good weather, but you know, you might as well have something to look at instead of just me. Okay, hopefully microphone's still working. I think we're done. I'm kind of on the outskirts of it here, but I am still under it, so I'm not going to be getting wet. I'm going to be cooking here, and yeah, you've got a lovely outlook on Highfields Lake. Lighting could very well be a problem. I did bring something for that. I'm hoping this microphone's not broken. Hello, Mr. Duck. I got nothing for you, mate. Unfortunately, I did mean to bring some seed. I do like feeding the ducks. I'm gonna be that like crazy old man who's like in the middle of the town centre feeding all the pigeons when I'm older, with a bottle of Remy Martin. Right, let's get this started. Okay, so this is us for the next hour or so. I am limited on time because I've got to be back to let the kids in. But I've come out early enough to make sure that we could do this. So I am testing out my new non-stick T25. I'm selling my old T25 to recuperate the money that I used for this, so then this will be a cheap upgrade. Now to buy this outright, you're probably looking 100 odd quid for the non-stick, 3 non-stick pans. I haven't brought a kettle out with it today. I do have a kettle that I'm going to add to it because this came with a, oh actually the chap who sent it me, the eBay seller, he actually threw in a free 27 kettle, T27 kettle. So that was really nice of him to do, because he didn't have to do that, but he did just to, you know, just because he did, just because he's a nice chap. So what we're going to be doing today is we're cooking with gas. Butane, isobutane, propane, premium mixed gas cartridge, apparently. The reason for it is the wind. It's the wind that is going to be causing me the most grief. Now, I'm not tucked in the side there where I could be because I wanted to have the view of the lake. So that's on me, really. But I thought we'd give it a go with the gas. I've only ever used the gas burner once. Have a backup burner just in case. Just in case. It's a backup burner. It's already full with fuel. Just in case, whatever, you know, because I don't know, for the weight of that, I think it's worth having the peace of mind knowing that you're going to be able to go out, you're going to be able to cook, you're going to be cushy. First things first though, before we even light this stuff up, let's crack a beer. Now, my sister bought me this, so thank you, sis. It's a sour beer. I'm going to be drinking this while this is going, and I've got some homebrew in my little growler. And the homebrew is my brown lager. This is called Caught in the Rain. It's a pina colada sour. It's really, really nice. 7.8%, so it's got a bit of bite. The one in my growler is 4.7, I believe, which is not as much bite. But my brown lager is really good. If you like lagers and you like brown ales, I would definitely recommend it. You can find the recipe for that on the Fermented World homebrew channel. If you're looking for it and can't find it, there's just a picture of a tree, purple green, and it just says Fermented World in green. Just like this channel, no bells or whistles, just straightforward, straight to the point, get it done, bugger off home. And have some food and some fun in the process. Now this, right, this was an absolute steal. When I took it out, I'm looking at all the stuff and I'm like, it was labelled as used, and I'm like, it doesn't look like it was used. It has very, very minimal marks on it anywhere. You know, I was looking over it and I'm like, this is flipping new. Oh, I'm getting wet. I don't want to move though because my chair keeps sinking into the ground. It was only a drop. I'll be all right. I'm sure. I'm sure I'll be all right. I've got my pot grabber, which I've started putting in like a little sleeve like this, just made of that's how it came actually, but what I did is I just chopped the end off so the excess is gone, and I'm just going to use that to store this now, so it doesn't mash up any of the pans, although probably getting it back in is going to be the pain in the arse. But lob that over there, and let's get this on the go. We've got to do our rice first. Today, I've told you already, but today I'm doing a Piri Piri chicken and rice. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I can guarantee that. eBay forever reminding me on the stuff that I've been staring at. Found this little chair, which is going to replace this. It's half the weight of this, and it's bigger. It's got 4 points of contact, so it'll be more sturdy than this. But I'm not going to buy one until I get some Christmas and birthday money. So that's that, Riley. Let's bosh these out of the way a sec. Let's get the windshield set up. But first, before we do that, we're going to get the burner on the go. Now, I recently sold another Trangia. I think it was a 25 again, and I included a burner as well, and it didn't do as well as I was expecting it to do. But you know, when you sell things on eBay, you get what you get, isn't it? I started off at 99p to get the interest and stuff, and it did get a lot of interest, and you know, there was a bit of a bidding war to begin with, but yeah, eventually it kind of just fizzled out, and then yeah, it didn't quite cut the mustard, so to speak. So I want that over that side. Twist that around a little. So the burner actually like clips in. So if you're wondering how it works, it sits in like that, and then these prongs come out, making it stay in place, which I think is pretty cool. I'm hoping that's off, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. And it uses just the universal fitment that most EU ones use. It's nice and snug like that. I'm going to keep that to the side there, but stable so that it can't fall and then drag everything with it, because that would be an absolute catastrophe. Like, no! Let's put the windshield on. Now, this is a Storm stove in a flipping storm. That's what the label said, so that's what we're doing. As you can see, the weather's a bit bleak. It's not as bad as I was expecting, to be honest. When they put a yellow weather warning out, I thought it was going to be a lot worse than this. But I think we are kind of, what's the word? Defended by this row of trees here, because I can see waves coming up the side of the doofer over there. Right, I'm pretty sure I packed a lighter for this, because I thought, you know what, I'm not going to be fannying around. Well, I bloody hope I did. There we go. I knew I did. Why wouldn't I? So let's get this guy on the go. We need these prongs down, and I think I'm going to use the big pan, mainly because I'm going to be mixing it all together in this after. I need some water in there, that would help. Now I'm using brown rice. You can use whatever rice you like. I like brown rice. That's just my preference. Takes a bit longer to cook, but I just like it. A bit more. So this is my Piri Piri mix. It says garlic granules, but it's not. I've just repurposed the pot. Let's get a look in there. Show you what we got. Oh, a bit of all sorts in there. Oh shit, I'm wasting it. I don't like wasting things. As you probably know by now. We're going to put some of this straight into the, probably a tablespoon, into the rice, so it cooks flavour into the rice. Let's crank that up a little bit. Yeah, don't miss that. Don't miss the roar of it. Okay, granted, it's all part and parcel, isn't it? If you want the extra efficiency, you got to have that raw. As where I find, I mean, I'm in the middle of the flipping thing here. Everybody can see me. Let me take this flipping jacket off now. I feel restricted. Everybody can see me, you know, so it's not like I need to be stealthy. They can clearly see that I'm doing something. So, you know, that's just the way it goes. While this rice is coming up to the boil, what we are going to do though is we're going to marinate this chicken, because this rice takes a little bit longer to cook, you see. So we're going to do a little bit of marinating, using the bits and bobs that I've brought with me. I'm going to fall backwards, guys, I'm telling you. I can feel it. Okay, so it's not going to hurt a bit. It's what they say. That's my rice, don't need that yet. Hopefully that dog doesn't come and say hello once it smells the chicken. So just probably like one fillet of chicken breast I'm doing today. Try not to carry as much, because I always go over the top and carry too much. About 2 tablespoons of the Piri Piri mix, which I will leave in the recipe in the description. The more the merrier, in my opinion. Then we need me little doofer, which is going to have my lemon juice, my oil, my Worcestershire sauce, and my soy sauce, which is all needed for this. We're going to add a little bit of oil to the chicken. Hopefully you can actually see what I'm doing here. Don't think you can. Can we shufty that over? No, we can't. So a bit of oil. Don't use too much because we need it to cook the onions and the chicken. So a little splash of oil in there. Then we're going to go, I've measured these out to roughly 1.5 tablespoons, I'd say. Now that's come to the boil really quickly. That's actually bubbling. I'm impressed with that. I am mighty impressed with that, actually. Worcestershire sauce, tablespoon. Now don't worry about it looking watery. Once we mix it all together and get it frying, any water that's in there is going to be disappearing. Same again, tablespoon with the soy sauce. And then, reason for the glove is we're going to get mixing. Make sure all of that is all coated. Oh yes. Show you this, look. Hopefully that's not going to boil over. This is why I brought the gloves. Look at all that. Absolute smashing. And then we just go yoink, and I don't need to wash my hands. Woohoo! Half a cup of brown rice, half a cup or half a mug of brown rice will do one person. A hearty meal. Right, all of those can go back in there for now. I didn't salt the water because the seasoning's already got salt in. Turn this down now to get it on a little bit of a simmer. I do like it. I do like that because of the control that you can have on it. Oh, we've got some swans over there, look. Ooh. Things dinging again. 1 o'clock. Wind's bloody changed now. It's coming this way. Let's knock that right down. You only want to simmer your rice. You don't want to overboil it. Anyway, while that's doing its thing, that's going to take some time now. We'll close the chicken back up, and I'll show you around. I'll show you around my humble abode. You know, I mean, that worked pretty well, to be honest. Not gonna lie. I was gonna use the other stick, but I thought I needed it low down anyway to be able to let it run off, because that's what it's doing above us. It's running off into that corner, running off the back that way, running off into the corner that way, because like that, yeah. I think I've put the bloody flame out. 1 second. Oh, let's turn the pan upside down so we don't put it on the ground. Yeah, I did. Turn the gas off. So turning it left is power. Left is up. Right is down. Okay. We just need it with a little bit of heat. Nothing massive, just a little bit. Right, let's give you a quick tour of my gaff. All right, so I'm going to use this as a selfie stick. So it sounds worse than it actually is. But yeah, Highfields Lake, middle of autumn, all the colours, everything's changing. Bit of rain. There's my tarp. Got some wildlife around us. That's the back end there. Looks like it's doing all right, doesn't it? It's a bit flappy. Probably could have tied the 2 ridge bits a bit tighter. I mean, it's all a bit flappy, to be honest. But again, you know, I'm pretty new to this outdoor kerfuffle, so I'm not doing too bad, I don't think. Yeah, not too bad at all. Is that a cormorant over there? I think it is. He's probably going to dive any second now. Can we zoom in on him a bit more? Oh yes. The water just looks like mercury, doesn't it? Oh, go on, lad. Go on, lad. Strut your stuff. Still got some of their young feathers. But yeah, so this is like an island that's sort of in the middle of it all. It separates the 2 halves of the lake. You got this side of the lake and you got that side of the lake. It's separated by 2 bridges. Not really sure about a great deal of the history of the building here. I do know that it's been here a very long time, and it's research facility. They do a lot of research. I mean, that wind's coming in over there now, look. Whoa. We must be sheltered by these trees that are behind us ever so slightly, because look, that's lapping waves. Coming up through underneath the side of one of the things there, and there's a tree down actually. As you can see, it's kind of leaning into the water.
I love it when things just bloody work.
And if you'd like to win one, I've got a raffle, whatever it is, where you can win one. go to www.raffle.com. UK only. I'm only allowing people in the UK to take part at the moment. Once the channel gets bigger, it will be more out into the further parts where it doesn't matter how far it has to be shipped and stuff. Reason why the audio might be a bit different is because I've had to put my phone on charge. It's like a really old phone, iPhone 13. Sure, it's 13. So it's it's a fair few years old, but it still works, and I'll use it until it doesn't. When it goes, that's when I'll get another one. I use things until they break. I mean, my old Trangia 25 that I'm selling on eBay, I've had that over 20 odd years. It's only the last couple of months, or however long I've been doing this channel for, that I've actually been using it all the time. But what you've got to remember as well, be quiet, Siri. What you've got to remember as well is you can't let rain be the reason why you don't go outside. I mean, look, all I've done is I've turned up, I've set a tarp up, and I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, yeah, it is a bit chilly. It's not warm, it's not cozy, but that's why I'm here. Okay, I'm near people, I can see people and stuff like that. I kind of normally try and just stay away from them, but I'm not bothered today. I wanted to come to this location. I knew there was going to be people. I can't make them all bugger off because I want to come here. So, you just got to deal with it. And so far, not had any problems or anything like that. Spoke to a lass up the top when I was going through the courtyard. She's a student here, and I asked her how it's going, and she says, yeah, it's all right. She's really enjoying what she's doing and that. And she says that she's taking languages and stuff like that. And I was like, well done, I helped her with her umbrella as well, because her umbrella, she had it up and it was behind her. The wind come behind her, and it did that thing where it sends it the opposite direction. I said if you turn round and put it into the wind, it will bring it back. It didn't work, so I just pushed it down for her. Right, it's time to check this rice. Let me see if I packed my spork. I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, I bloody did. The iconic green spork. The walk, cook, walk, spork of justice. Now, if you've ever thought, oh yeah, I want to go do that, go do it. I'm telling you now, it is the best feeling ever. Obviously, I've got to be aware of the time. 1:18. Let's check this rice. It's looking pretty done to me. Again, brown rice does take longer. If you don't like brown rice, that's fine. Use whatever bloody rice you like. It's going to taste the same. It's going to be the same, As long as your quantities of everything else is about right, you'll be sound as a pan. Possibly needs a little longer. But what I'm going to do, right, I'm going to take it off the heat. I need to put it somewhere where it's not going to be getting dripped in. It was all right there for then, but and unfortunately I'm kind of on something that's not very flat. That's probably about as good as it's going to get. What I'll do, pour that off, pop that down there on the other pan so that it's not destroying any biodiversity underneath the leaves and stuff like that. I know it sounds a bit silly, but I care about that kind of shit. And oh my goodness, I'm going to warm my hands up before we start frying this thing. The heat this gives off on such a low thing is amazing. Oh my god. When I was setting this up and I'm dripping wet and I'm getting annoyed with the tarp, I'm like, what am I doing? What am I bloody doing? And I tell you what, once everything's sorted and you've got it dialed in, this is what you're doing. You're enjoying yourself. You're having fun. I've got a beer. I'm about to finish cooking some food. I'm going to eat that food. I've got a really nice view. cost me nothing. It cost me nothing. Okay, it cost me £5.50 for the tram ticket. Now, I originally planned this because I thought if you bought a tram ticket at 6 o'clock one day, you could use it until 6 o'clock the next day. But it don't work like that because they're robbing bar stewards. Oh, I just need to get these hands nice and warmed up. Oh, that's flipping lovely. I mean, that is intense. The heat coming off that is intense. Now, these are good for winter as well because they, the actual Trangia thing here, can I touch that? It actually has a part of it that goes around. So the actual tube comes around where the heat is. So if it gets to a certain temperature, as long as you can spark it, it's going to be fine because that's liquid in there and that helps vaporize it. The little bar that goes over the flame. But I'm just waffling now anyway. I do apologise. I just get so excited about stuff like this. So I'm going to cover that over so that stays warm. And we'll drain that out momentarily. But what we're going to do now is we're going to get some onions on the go. But first, we've been neglecting the beer. I'm most definitely coming back here though. On a day where I don't need the tarp, it's probably going to be winter, where it's that cold that you don't need the tarp, because I want to shoot a video near that flipping, what's it called? Waterfall. I had images all night of it. That's where I'm going. But I saw this yesterday because there were some people sat here, so I couldn't come and investigate it. But I clocked it and I was like, possibly. So all I got in here is some onions and a pepper. One onion, one pepper. Now this pepper didn't know what it was doing. It's half green, half orange. Got a bit of water in the pan. Actually giving off much heat. Yeah, it is. It is. From the touch there. And the sizzle. Get all that out of there. We'll be using this to carry home anything that's left. But I have bought less this time. I bought less rice and I bought less chicken. Simply because I don't want to have to carry anything home with me. I kind of like want to just like go home and not have it all dribbling in my bag. Just turn that up a notch. That way it's up. Yes, it is. And we're going to fry these off. Once these are cooked, we're going to lob the chicken in. And then mix it all together. And what it should do, because of the quantities of the sauce elements and the liquids, should actually just create a little bit of a sauce that runs through the rice as well. Now I've only tried the Piri Piri recipe in a wrap, in a fajita, when I tried it the other day. I haven't, that was at home, that was. And then I had the leftovers that the kids had, which was like a smoky barbecue one or something. I had that in the woods the other day. Yeah, now we're cooking with gas. I do like this gas, you know. I'm a slave to the alcohol stoves, but you know, it's just efficient. It really is. It brought that water to the boil quicker than any alcohol stove would. I feel like I'm slating the alcohol stoves now. But this non-stick's really, really good. I like it a lot. I don't know whether I finished my sentence earlier on, I got sidetracked, but yeah, you can win a Trangia on my raffle site if you're in the UK. 50p a ticket. That's all I'm asking. 50p a ticket. 10% goes to diabetes. And all I wanted it to do really was to cover the postage of it. If it covers the postage, I'm happy. I mean, I'm not even bothered if it doesn't. You know, the raffle company, they take a bit of it. 10% will go to Diabetes UK. It goes direct to them. You know, I don't have to do anything. It automatically generates a winner as well, and then I just contact you and we arrange if you want to meet up, and I'll drop it off in person. Or that depends if you're local. I don't drive, so I can get to certain places around here, but it all depends. And if not, I'll just post it to you. But you've got to be in the UK. Anyone who buys a ticket who's not in the UK, unfortunately, it won't count. I do everything cheap, second hand, because I always think to myself, second hand is just as good as brand new. You know, as long as it, I mean, a Trangia stove, a second hand Trangia stove, mate, you're laughing. There's no chance that you are going to lose out on a flipping buying one, because they're bomb proof. They are absolutely bomb proof. Now, I wanted to test this theory that I've got, that you could kick one around for about an hour and then still cook your lunch on it. Make a little trash pile. We need to turn that down. It's getting a bit char-a-roony. It was on a bit too high. We've got a bit of a char, which is going to change the flavour. So if you do this, just be careful not to get that char. I mean, it might work out all right, but it wasn't intended. And you can cook this on anything. It doesn't even need to be on a Trangia. You can literally have a fire maple. Is it fire maple? Fire maple. You could have one of them. You could have a mess tin set up. Hobo stove. You could do it on absolutely anything. It's possible. It's easy. You just got to get the ingredients. Now, most people are going to have a lot of these ingredients in their cupboards at home. Off the top of my head, it's got garlic granules, bit of salt, black pepper, crushed cardamom pods, paprika, onion powder, smoked paprika, and some cayenne pepper. Now, I like spice, so I've got some chipotle flakes to finish mine off with, on top of all the spices that's already in it. Okay, so that's looking really good. But that's my preference, you know, you don't have to like that. Let's get it in. Get that Disney in there. I mean, that's been marinating now for, what, probably half an hour. I did stop videoing and started videoing a bit like that to get some inspirational clips. Try and get people a bit more inspired to go outside. Even on a day like this, you know, I'd still say go outside, definitely. You're gonna get wet, but it's water. It's only water. It's not gonna hurt you. All right, let's mix all that in. Get all of the flavour all over them veggies. That's the half hour, so it'll be half one. Yep. Ding dong. Right, now we can crank it up a little. Get that meat sealed off. While I drink some beer. How much can you crank this up until it's at full pelt? I want to see. That's kicking out some heat. It's kicking out so much it's actually warming my legs up, which is nice. Anyone ever had any problem with gas bottle cooking? This is only the second time that I've done it, so it'd be interesting to know if anyone's ever had any problems. I know people have had problems with the Trangia, the burners, with them not igniting when the fuel's cold. But I have seen these things that you can get. It's like a tray that you sit it on, like that. You sit your burner on top of that, and then you light like a little pad underneath it, which then kind of allows you to preheat the fuel, if that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, this looks flipping amazing. I'm sorry, I get really excited over things like this. Now, I'm not a chef. I am not a chef. At my house, I'm the cook, but I wouldn't never class myself as a chef. I'm just have a go, enjoy yourself. If it turns out right, do it again. You know what I mean? Cook it again. Oh, Mr. Cormorant. You're very close, aren't you? I don't know if you can see him. Can't be in the way. Oh no, he's buggered off. He's gone under the water. I mean, how the bloody hell can he even see in that water? That water's murky. There he is, right over there. Pop back up. Straight back down. Yeah, I don't know how they can see in that water. They've obviously got some sort of sensors that they can pick out where they are, where the prey is, you know. Fish is what I'm expecting that he's going for. I'm sorry if you can hear sirens over there. There is a busy road there. It's got a tram going through it. It's like a dual carriageway as well. Main route for fire engines, ambulances, because we've got Queen's Medical Centre just up that way as well. Not that far away. Right, let's knock that down a little, because I think we're about done. Let's drain this rice off. What did that have in it? No, that'll be all right. Now something's going on. Keep a little bit of the water in there. Oh no, I've put too much out. And what it does is it helps create like a bit of a sauce. Let's pop that back on that. So that it's keeping it warm. Now the time comes to check a piece of chicken. Check whether it's cooked or not. Oh, I haven't bought a knife. I've got a spork. Spork has a sodding knife on it. Flipping heck, guys. But I'm having fun, and that's what matters. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfection. Right, now we knock the heat off. We're done with that. That'll give that a chance to cool down. Pour this up, get that down like that, get that on there, and then add this to this. Give it a good mix, and dinner is served. Or lunch. Bit of a late lunch. I'm not really a morning eater, to be honest. I like loads of coffee in the morning, but I can't drink loads of caffeinated coffee. I get flipping palpitations and stuff. I suppose it's age, isn't it? You know, you get to that point where you're a bit more susceptible to these things. Alright, I'm going to put that out in the rain. So, hopefully, with a bit of luck, it might get a bit of water in it, so it will clean itself off. But thinking about it, what I'm going to do actually, is I'm going to add a bit of this water to it. That will help clean it off in a sec. He says, but who knows? It might not. Oh, yeah, bugger. Yeah, I need a new chair. Can't get that on my knees, man. Flipping knees. Sorry, I get a bit silly. But you know, it's all entertainment, isn't it? So that little bit of water that we put in there is going to take a bit of that marinade that we put on the chicken. It's going to take it off and it's going to mix it all into the rice. Even though we flavoured the rice anyway, I'm just going to keep stirring until we've got rid of all that liquid. It's still a bit, I might put a bit too much water back into it, you know. But I'm sure it's going to be fine. So, and then all that's left to do is twat this. Because I don't like sours when I'm eating. I don't know why. I'm just not a fan of sours while I'm eating. Skål! Someone wandering in the rain. What is this ginger beard doing over there? Oh, we've got a landing. That stalk's still there. Is it a stalk? It's not a stalk, is it? Heron. That's what it is. It's a sodding heron. Okay, I thought I'd treat you back to some proper audio. Thanks for bearing with me. I just needed a bit of charge in the phone. It's gone up by about 20%. So it's on about 40 now. Should be able to finish the recording and get home. The reason why I have to keep my phone topped up all the time is because my daughter's diabetes sensor is linked to my phone. So if anything goes wrong with that, I get a notification, and it's quite important that I get that notification. We're going to get some of this in here. I'm a pissing about. Let's just do it like we intend to. You know, get some bosh, like, yeah. There's still a bit left. Can I pick the whole thing up? Yeah. Not into the rain, because that'd be a dick move. Oh, that didn't go very well, did it? I am going to disconnect that gas, though. For the simple fact that I don't like the fact that it's attached and not being used. Oh, I've just got flipping water down my butt crack. Oh, mate. That is a sensation I never wish to receive again. Oh, it's the flipping chances of that. Oh, shit. Right, I need to pull this out of the ground. It's buried itself. It's the only thing about these sodding tripod things, man. Oh, and now I'm going to crush me. This is the Ball Cracker 5000. Which is soon to be discontinued on the Walk Cook Walk channel. To be honest, it's okay. I have got used to it. Oh, let's finish. Some Chipotle. Ooh, that's a lot of chili flakes. Oh, look, Mr. Duck's come to say hello. I ain't got nothing for you, mate, I'm afraid. Unless you want a bit of chicken. Birds eating birds. And we're going to go in a little bit of sesame seeds. I like sesame seeds. Right, let's get a picture of this. So apparently my dongle thing here for the audio is no longer working. It could be a flat battery. I think I've used it 3 times on the bounce now. It could be a flat battery. So some audio maybe I've lost. Maybe I've lost. God knows. Sometimes I puzzle myself, do you know that? But anyway, hopefully it worked for as long as it bloody worked. But now it's back to the standard audio, I'm afraid. Got a couple of pictures of this. Got Mr. Ducky over there looking at me like, what you got, son? I've got some Piri Piri, man. Oh, that is good. I'm getting cold now, though. I'm gonna pop my jacket back on. Although I'm dry, it is still quite cold. Oh, that camera angle shit. There we are. Hopefully that's a bit better. Novice. I'm gonna put this bloody jacket on. What I noticed a minute ago is the size of these trees and the fact that they're moving a lot more than I'd like them to. So they look pretty good. But as soon as them gusts come, man, them things are wobbling all over the place. I don't much like that. But anywho, this is really nice. There might be a little bit too much lemon juice in because it's very citrusy. Might need a bit more spice as well. Oh, yeah. I got some jalapenos, bro. Where did I put them though? There they are. There's only a couple left. And I forgot them when I was having them fajitas the other day. Because that would have made them fajitas amazing. That's why you shouldn't chop this. Just give me a minute. I'll be alright. That's why you shouldn't talk with food in your mouth. I had time to tell my kids off for it. I'm sat here doing it myself. Very nice. Now, I'm not criticising anyone. Now this is the kind of thing that I think if I was camping, this is what I'd want in my belly. I'd want something hearty. I did try one of those freeze-dried things. You know what? Flavour-wise it wasn't bad at all, but it looked like babysit. And that's not what it's all about. Lady over there dodging all the puddles. It's pretty difficult because that whole of that path is a puddle. Always gets like that. You'd have thought they'd done something to maintain it by now. Oh, you know what? Those Chipotle flakes, that adds to the kick. It's smoky as well. So flipping good. And cheap as well. They're only £1 a pot. I just see me putting them on a lot of things. Right. I'm going to stuff this, get packed up and get out of here. Tidy away everything that we brought with us. I've noticed some glass bottles about. I'm going to go and take them with me, put them in a bin. But not a lot of rubbish. So whoever the park rangers are here, or whatever you want to call them, park keepers, they do a bloody good job. And maybe it's the people who come here as well tend to use the bins instead of being tramps and just throwing the shit all over the place. Excuse my language, it really bothers me. Thanks for joining me. Absolutely fantastic. Them Chipotle flakes, if you like spice, get some, put them on top. It's a strange texture because they're not cooked into it. Now, I might even put some in to be cooked into next time, because that gives the bite that I want. It's probably not a piri piri kind of chili, but tell you what, it's very nice. Okay, so I know some of you new followers, subscribers, whatever you want to call them, are outdoor enthusiasts that probably know how to use a tarp. What is the best way to pack a tarp away? Obviously this is going to need to go in the shed and spread out. But you know, if you was to pack one away that was dry, how would you pack the gyro? As you saw when I was setting this up, I had a right to do with it, because I'd packed it away thinking that wrapping it all around would be good, but then when I'd undone it, it was all tangled and everything. It took forever to undo. There must be a way to put the guy lines away so that when you open it out, they kind of just fall into place, if you get what I'm saying. If you know what I'm on about and you know how to do it, please do comment, because I'd love the info. I like life to be simple and easy. You know, instead of having to sit there in the rain trying to figure it out, which is what I did, and it was very, very tangled. But yeah, if you know, share the knowledge. I'll happily take heed of whatever you said. I've collected a couple of bottles. I couldn't find the other one. I did see another one on my my travels, but I got 2 glass bottles. And that's the only real litter that's around here. So we're literally just going to pack this down now, head on out, do a little outro, and yeah, that's all really. Right, so we're all packed away. Time is 2:32, so we've been out here for 3.5 hours, all in all, since I left the house. All packed up, we've left no trace. But yeah, that's that. Let's get out of here. So we're on our way out now. I'm just gonna get out of this little bit of a woodland, then do the little outro where I walk away from the camera, all professional like. And I've got 2 bottles, a cider bottle and some flipping tonic wine bottle. I'm looking for the other one because I did see another bottle when I was looking for some sticks, but I just can't remember where the sodding of it was. I can't even see where I'm going, man. There we go. Yeah, there was another one, but I can't figure out where it was. I'm gonna drop these off in a bin, and I'm just going to record an outro of me disappearing into the distance along this lovely, lovely long straight line. So it should be pretty cool. Okay, so I'm just walking again down the bit that I just walked down for the outro. And I always like to have a little bit of a chat before I leave. Just remember, although it's raining and it's windy, nature's still there. Still there for you to go and sit with a tarp. Like I said, if you just want to sit and read, if you just want to sit and meditate, get a tarp, go outside, bring some hand warmers. You know, you can get those like reactive hand warmer things, you know. Bring a hot water bottle, do whatever you need to do to make yourself comfortable, and just go outside. Don't huddle up indoors just because it's autumn and winter. I mean, I'm only just in autumn, and I'm telling you now, my hands are numb. Look, that's going white at the end, you can see it. They're going numb. I've got them in my pocket. But you know what? I'm still out here doing it because I've got such a taste for this now that I can't see me ever not doing it until I'm absolutely unable to do it, if that makes sense. Like, I'd need to be like bedridden and unable to crawl to not be doing this. It's just such a great feeling. I mean, yeah, you get some odd looks, but you know what? They're going about their day, let them go about it. They're not having as much fun as me. That's the way I see it. Go for some big ass puddle. We're actually going past the bit now where I actually wanted to go. So you got the stepping stones entrance there, and where I wanted to cook was literally just above the stepping stones, or just past the stepping stones, sorry. Yeah, I was just reading a sign. It didn't say don't go in there, it just said cared for by the Green Guardians, Nottingham Green Guardians. If it's something that interests you, there you go. If not, then I'm very sorry. But y'all take it easy, and I'll see you on the next one. I might go out tomorrow, I don't know. I might just have a chill day. To be honest, I've got some beer that I need to bottle. So I've got a Citrus Smash, which is a single malt and single hops beer, using just one malt and one hops. So yeah, I think I've got that to do tomorrow. But again, you know, never say never. Anywho, I'm out. Take it easy, and I'll see you all soon.